How's it going, guys? This is Kaz back with another video, and today we are going over basically my, 1 week time trial timesheet for Mario Kart World here. And so we are starting out on Mario Bros. Circuit. Fun fact, this is the one and only run where I actually do it with a Wii wheel. I am doing this with a Wii wheel, and this is my PB at the moment, so that just shows how far there is I can go later. Don't expect anything too impressive in this, by the way. I should tell you guys, firstly, my time here that I get is a 2 minute 1 second .476, and the world record is 1 minute and 54 seconds .240 at the time of recording this. So yeah, I'll basically tell you guys what my time is, the world record time. It's about like 7 seconds of a gap, you know, pretty standard as you'll see across all of these runs here. So I'm just here to basically commentate, tell you maybe what's going on. So what I'm using here is just my main combination, Rosalina with the Mach Rocket. This is what I would probably be playing online for at the moment, although I haven't done too much of that yet. As you can see there, I keep trying to go to the left on that little pit, sort of laying on the left there at the finish line like the world record does, but I am just unable to do that. I mean, I am capable, but I don't do it here, of course. I mean, come on, guys. I'm playing with a Wii, not a Wii wheel. I keep saying Wii wheel. I'm going to keep referring to it as a Wii wheel, but it is technically called the Joy-Con 2 wheel. But yeah, anyways, we are heading off to the very end of this run here. A nice little start. You gotta love the cow, man. I'm telling you, the cow is gonna be my main for the heavyweight class anyway. So here we are on Crown City. My PB that I get here is a 2 minute 19 seconds .961, and the world record is a 2 minute 9 seconds .657. So about a 10-second gap. A little worse than Mario Bros. Circuit before. So I'm using the world record combination here, I think, of Cow, and which is just a heavy class character. And I think I'm using the carpet. I don't know the name of the cart, but it's the carpet, the flying carpet bike. So that's fun. Yeah, and I think world record hops on there. And I think in world record they actually end up popping off a car too. But yeah, I'm going for these little hops here, you know. I'm capable of riding on rails, you know. Admittedly, it was like a little learning curve for the first day or two of playing this game to figure out how to actually consistently get onto rails, you know. Like it's not something that your typical player just knows how to do right off the bat, because you know you gotta learn how to charge jump sometimes, at least if you're trying to get on from the road. It's not the easiest thing in the world, I will say. But yeah, this track is kind of fun because it's not 3 laps technically. I mean, it is, but you're doing 3 different laps, you know. What I did there was that, you know, that was not on purpose. That was just a little clip. Oh, so many of the world records that I see now after just 1 week, clipping off of like poles and trees and whatnot is like pretty important for some of the world record shortcuts. This is the trick I'm most proud of doing here. Here we go. And then world record, they actually go to the left. They spin left, getting off the end of that rail. Anyways, we're already at the finish. Whistlestop Summit. Here we are. So my PB here is a 2 minute 8 seconds .637, and the world record is a 1 minute 54 seconds .937. And I will say, guys, at least for this cup, I'm putting these tracks in order of the cups in which, so like, for example, the first 4 tracks I'm showing here are from the first 4 cups of the Mushroom Cup, and they go as so on. And so, at least in the Mushroom Cup, this is my least impressive run so far, you know, like 14 seconds basically. Nothing to really be proud of. As you can see, at least I even know I can definitely do better. Like from the start there, you're supposed to go to the left there, which I didn't do, and also that corner cut at the end. Also, I'll say my most impressive run from this cup, the Mushroom Cup, is the Mario Bros. Circuit run. Oddly enough, with my wheel, getting 7 seconds off of the record in that one. So I'm trying to go for that little grass cut where you actually wall ride briefly on the little rocks by jumping from one to the other. I'm not doing this run here ideally like I would. The route is actually not that difficult, but of course the optimizations that World Record does are pretty absurd. Like, you may notice some of the lighter character runs that rely on a lot more mini turbos and sort of bouncing around, flying around on the map. Those probably are the most mechanically difficult so far. Like, there's probably going to be a massive skill gap for those runs. Just learning how to do the tricks in general is something else. Yeah, we're already getting here on the final corner. I do not have a mushroom. Oh well, we'll improve it in the future. Here we are on DK Spaceport. So my PB here is a 1 minute 40 seconds .020, and the world record here as of recording is a 1 minute 32 seconds .556. So like less than 8 seconds, 7.5 second gap. That might actually tie my Mario Bros. Circuit run. I'm not so sure. Probably not. Mario Bros. Circuit run does better. That's an easy little cut on the bottom to do right there, by the way. It's free. This is a lovely little track. As you can see, I am also trying to do the world records combination, where Bowser is actually the heaviest weight character, just slightly heavier than all of the heavy characters. And it's interesting that they actually use a baby blooper here. Just having a bit more of that mobility or something is nice. What a terrible way to do that section. I swear, guys, I normally would do that better, but this is just me doing a little time trial, first try here for most of these, where I'm just like, okay, all I want to do actually is beat the staff ghost. That's all I was actually going for on week 1 here. Pretty easy, actually, for the most part. Some of them are actually a little closer, as I'll mention in the near future here. Alright, here we are on the Flower Cup now, starting on Desert Hills. My PB that I get here is a 1 minute 43 seconds .967, and the world record as of recording is a 1 minute 35 seconds .463. So this is actually my most impressive time-wise, technically speaking. Like, I'm the closest, being like 8.5 seconds from the record. So this is actually not a very easy cup for me when it comes to time trials. As you can see, I'm using the Rosalina and I think this is the real racer bike. Not the bike. What am I saying? Cart. I don't know words, guys. But yeah, I just don't want to let go of Rosalina, man. Got the Aurora outfit on her. Looks pretty sick. So this is the mushroom cut that you go for here. I went way too tight there, dude. Just to think, this is my least impressive one, and I completely go off the road there, slowing down. Oh my gosh. And for Wario Stadium later here, I'm actually like trying, guys. Even though that one actually, I think, has an epic fail at the end. I don't know. But anyways, this run is, you know, as decent as it'll come for just like a first attempt, really. Most of these runs are just first attempts, beating the staff ghost. It's whatever. I move on. Alright. Shy Guy Bazaar, guys. I don't know what I was on here. Look at me burning out. Now, world record goes on that right red rail on the right, but I just cannot really figure that one out. So here we are doing our own little alternate route here. I don't know why I chose the coin coffer. A little silly. This is one of those runs I think I want to forget. I mean, there's definitely a few of those, but this is one of those I'm like, I really wish I could get on the rail and figure out how to do that. Like, it can't be that hard, right? It really can't be. But here we are, doing the mushroom at the end here. At least getting on the... Oh my gosh. We don't even get on the rail. Oh my gosh. How embarrassing. And I somehow will beat the staff ghost here anyway. How funny. I should probably save my time here. I got a 2 minutes 11 seconds .273 here, and the world record is a 1 minute 55 seconds .006. So that's a whopping like 16-second gap. This is actually my least impressive run of this cup, the Flower Cup. I actually forgot to mention my Wario Stadium time. Funny enough, I actually accidentally looked at that one before doing this one. Going out of order a little bit, it's all good. I'll say that there I actually get a... I'll say what time I get there at the end here, but this run is like, it's whatever. I just wish I could do the route, man. Because the world record is like kind of crazy. Like, I watched like TWD98 and Nmead react to the world records after day one, and it's just like mind-blowing to see the Shy Guy Bazaar route from the starts. But yeah, this is Shy Guy Bazaar. Next will be Wario Stadium, where I get a 2 minute 21, but the world record is at 2:07. Time for Wario Stadium. Oh boy. This was not a super easy one for me, to be honest. Because I'm like learning the wall riding mechanic here, I think. Because most of the starting runs don't really use it that much. Yeah, I'm like flying there, dude. You want to land pretty low, but I'm not doing that here. Trying to follow a route as best I can here. Shy Guy is definitely going to be my main for the... I think it's the lightweight. I don't know if it's the super lightweight class or not. I'm lucky I was actually able to get to the coins up there. I was not having the easiest time. It took me a few tries. This was one of those where I didn't want to spend too much time trying to get it. Yeah, and as you can see here, this is probably not the only lap where I take that final turn wide. It's a bit of a struggle for me. But we just keep going. Yeah, getting so much airtime, man. Not ideal. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Avert your eyes, guys. Don't actually. You can watch, but... This is just a lovely start to a time trial journey for your boy. Hopefully I could do one of these for after 1 month, maybe? Yeah, you're trying to use the mushroom here, but I'm just not setting that up well. In hindsight, I think I need to go at it a bit wider in order to not go into the off-road at the end. Okay, that's a little more like how you're actually supposed to do that. Look, guys, I'm popping off there. It's pretty good. Nice. I think I remember enjoying this final lap here. Until the end. Yeah. I thought it was a fun run, though. That 180-degree corner looked kind of eh. It's whatever. We keep going. And of course, I don't really set that one up too well either. I get a trick at least, though. We'll take it. Time for a little Airship Fortress. So my time that I get here is a 2 minute 12 seconds, 0.717, and the world record is a 1 minute 57.558. So this one is like one of those that could actually be a lot of fun to run once you actually figure it out. Because as you can see, this is a lightweight combination world record strat, at least for the moment. I'm actually using Toadette here. This is what most, or at least a lot of people have been using for world records for lightweight characters. A little mushroom spot. Fun hopping on this rail here. I'm not doing it here, but it is possible to, if you've seen the world record route, you basically, as you're going around that rail, at the very end of it, as you're doing that very sharp turn on the rail, you fling yourself off the rail to the right and actually land on the right rail all the way on the other side. And then you fly up the chain rail, like a rail basically. It's just crazy. I'm pretty sure I've done it. But I don't know if I actually do it on this one at all. Oh my gosh. Oh, how embarrassing. I actually fall off on this run. Wow. I'm surprised it's not even as bad as Shy Guy Bazaar. There we go. We fly off the map. Oh my goodness. I almost do it here. I wish I actually knew when I did this run. If it was on like day 1 or day 2. Definitely not day 1. Because I'm pretty sure I only did a very little playtime. Anyways, we are heading to the very end of this lap. Going down the tower spiral here. The fortress. But yeah, that's Airship Fortress. Welcome to the Star Cup, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are on DK Pass. My PB here is a 2 minute 19 seconds, 0.005, while the world record at the time of recording is a 2 minute 6 seconds, 0.176. Oh, I don't go for the little pole clip. That is the strategy the world record uses. I'm actually capable of doing it. I've done it once or twice, actually before this run, I think. So, I'm capable, just not quite consistently yet. I'm figuring out this little part. Oh, beautiful. Not really. We tried. Where you do the wall ride, and you go for a couple tree clips, basically. It's crazy. DK Pass goes crazy, man. I heard the record goes crazy on the DS. Or at least it's a very fun one that people like looking back on. I played a little bit of Mario Kart DS. I played through it. Oh my gosh. Going on the off-road. Look at us. Week 1. Yeah, this is actually I think the first one we're seeing what is one of, if not the most common combination for time trials at the moment. Oh, beautiful. Sort of. Not much better. Because I slam into that wall there. But anyways, the combination is, of course, Bowser is the heaviest character on the real racer kart. Just for that weight, speed, off-road, I think. You know how it is. Like, I really want to be able to do that pole clip, man. That's just so cool. This game has a lot of places where you can clip onto poles and trees. It's crazy. Like, it's like wall clipping from Mario Kart Wii, except it's like an actual mechanic where you can trick off of them. It's wild. But here we are getting to the very end of this run. Very, very mid. Alright, same combination. Welcome to Starview Peak, guys. Out of respect, I would love to get a decent run on this one. You know, Rosalina's home turf. Her observatory. Sadly, so I'll read out my PB here is a 2 minute 30 seconds, 0.313, and the world record is a 2 minute 16 seconds, 0.077. So I got a little 14-second gap to try and make up, but this is not an easy run, I gotta say, because world record does a pretty nice charge jump onto the rail there, doing a pretty good cut. Not the easiest of runs, but you know what? I can get better and potentially pull it off. I almost fell off there. I fell off there quite a bit when trying to do this run. It took me a few attempts to get this run in. Because, like, I want to get a decent run here, but not easy when trying to copy the world record. Look at me not even following the rings there. Oh my gosh, I'm just, like, not even going for that rail, man. House edge. Yeah, and if you don't know, driving on this side road here, this side rim, like next to the water, is actually pretty fast compared to being on the water. So that is something to keep in mind for this track. We go for the ultra mini turbos here. You must get quite a view from the top of this track. I need to mess around more in free roam, but you could get on the... I know you can get like on the very top of this observatory, just overlook probably quite the view. Oh, look, I do it here, guys! Look, I'm capable! I'm capable of getting on the rail. You know, that's a W, we'll take it. I wasn't completely giving up on the rail there for this run. We take it. Welcome to Sky High Sundae, guys. So my PB that I get here is a 2 minute 6 seconds, 0.960, and the world record does a 1 minute 57 seconds, 0.187. And this is actually my best performing track of the Star Cup here. Yeah, I love to see it. I definitely do want to pursue this one further. This is a fun one. And also I get to use Rosalina here, because the world record combo uses the snowman, which is in the same weight class and all. That's cool. Relatively simple, although there's some tech here. You can do some wall riding. And I actually kind of do it there by accident, believe it or not. But I should definitely try and figure that out for the future. Yeah, people seem to like Sky High Sundae on this game a lot more than how they did it in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, because they added this one in the booster pass. So now we go on the right side to get some coins. Coins are actually important. I do not land on the rail. You're supposed to do that. And I just gotta figure out how to get it in my muscle memory to always set up for a wall ride at the final corner there. That would be good and fast. Lots of fun. That route on the bottom right there almost looks like you could go there, but probably not. I could be wrong though. And we land on the rail here. There we go. Not too bad. We're moving. We're grooving. And here we are. Here we are with Cow on Wario Shipyard. My PB is a 2-minute 37.629, and world record does a 2-minute 21 seconds 0.899. This is my worst performing one out of the Star Cup. Not the easiest of runs. I'm working with the jankiness of water physics here in this game. But you know, it's whatever. We can always improve it. As I run into this rock. Lots of fun. Let's get these coins. Very good. And you could do a wall ride on the right here, which I could not really figure out. I'm like, whatever. I'm just trying to beat the staff ghost here. I thought this, rail transition was going to be harder than it actually is. It is not difficult at all. So that is nice to see. Very easy speedrun strat. Or as they say, time trial stat. Shortcut strats, I don't know. I'm a Minecraft, like, speedrunner in my former days, so I've got some terminology in speedrunning that I'm used to. Like personal best PB, not PR, that kind of thing. We're flying along here. I can't tell if I actually got a little wall right there or not. Cow is flying along though. You'll love to see it. I'm pretty sure this track is from Mario Kart 7 on the 3DS. Correct me if I'm wrong. If so, I did play it. Because I've played Mario Kart DS, Mario Kart Wii, Mario Kart 7, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, now Mario Kart World. I only played a little bit of Double Dash at like dentist offices. It's funny enough. I may have tried previous Mario Karts. I could be wrong though. But yeah, we're at the end of Wario Shipyard. So we're doing the Shell Cup here, but we're actually cutting it short to 2 tracks because 2 of them are actually in another cup. We got Crown City and Peach Stadium, which show up elsewhere. I like the music here, kind of. You know, we got a little clubbing Koopa Troopa DJ at the top of the start-finish line. Very cool. You know, they're just partying it up here. See that? Very cool. But yeah, this is actually my worst run out of the 2 tracks here in this cup. The 2 unique ones here. Yeah, you gotta just cut some tight lines, get some good mini turbos. Look at me going in the grass. Absolutely slow. I don't remember the strats here, apart from just take it tight, but I'm taking it too tight. I'm funny like that. Don't bump into the Cheeps. I'm pretty sure that's not a good idea. What a lovely trek. Oh, I forgot there's one more lap. 5 laps of this very short track. Very cool. Quite the paradise. I think I forgot to mention the best for the previous one, Koopa Troopa Beach, which I'll say my PB was a 137, the world record was a 129, 8-second difference, but here we are on Faraway Oasis. My PB here is a 2 minute 7 seconds, 0.062, and the world record does a 2 minute 0 seconds, 2 minute flat, 0.878. And this is my best performing one out of the cup. It's also 7 seconds away. Well, yeah, pretty much. I don't know if it's more or less. Closer to 8 or 6 seconds. I can't math in my head right now. But anyways, we are here using Pauline on the real racer. I really hope that there's more world records that could use Pauline for a world record, you know? We like to see some representation here. That'd be very cool. Because the world record uses Penguin, funny enough. So that's very cool. This is a fun little run here, believe it or not. The little, not too difficult rail transitioning, if that's what you want to call it, sections. Yeah, this is actually a fun little run. It's just driving optimization. That's all. And of course, just better strats. Like, I didn't think I was actually going to be able to figure out how to get on that rail. And of course, I've heard how airtime in this game is actually not ideal. You want to get as little airtime as possible in order to go faster in a straight line. But we are at the end of this. You'll love to see it. Alright, Peach Beach everyone. Welcome to the Banana Cup. My PB here is a 1 minute 48 seconds, 0.431. The world record is a 1 minute 41 seconds, 0.838. A little 6.5 second gap, I think. If so, it's pretty good. Either this one or Salty Speedway is my best out of this cup. Fun little courses. A little grass cup, I think that's what world record does. The person that's running this, me here, a couple days ago, I think would remember this better than me now. It's hard to actually retain a bunch of world record strats, you know? You'll really just learn it just by doing it, really. Yeah, this is like a relatively not too technically difficult run. Of course, there's optimizations to do. But, you know, we're just here to beat the staff ghost, guys. Which, if I can recall, beating it on this one was actually harder than expected? I don't remember. One of them definitely was. So yeah, we're just driving in a straight line on water here. We go for a mushroom here. Didn't actually stay on the ground ledge there. It's okay. We're still beating the staff ghost here. Yeah, I'd love to see this one return from the Wii. Even though this is a retro one from, I don't remember which one. Alright, welcome to Salty Speedway. this is a run where I'm actually kind of like proud of it, or at least I think the run is kind of fun. Because I get a little charge jump, land on top of here, get a little trick. It's pretty nice to feel like I am capable of learning some of the water physics in this game. Also get a little left trick to veer left, do a little trick, do some left tricks to veer left. It's very cool. Did not get the water bounce trick after landing, if you know that physic. I'm pretty sure you can also get it here, but I just don't know how to do it yet. I will though. There's the mushroom spot. And then we bounce off and land on there. How easy. Very nice little easy strat to use at any time. So long as you don't get target shocked in a race, you know. Here we are, absolutely going. Sorry, I'm yawning. I promise I'm not getting bored, guys. I got a little trick there. Oh, there's another one. There's another trick, very good. Another little mushroom, except I fly off to the side a little. It's all good. Here we are doing it again. Final lap. I got that trick there. Good stuff right here. You know, considering it's the first week run, going off the world records that have already been impressing people with 1 week of this game being out. One little trick there. I think that was not even a bounce. That was just off a ledge of the water fall. Straight line to the finish. Dino Jungle. Here we are with the cow on the charging truck. Go, go, go. Lovely little track. Lovely little soundtrack, too. This one's just fun to go run because of that. And you're supposed to go to the right and go on the dinosaur for the world record now, which goes crazy. Rip Shortcuts record. Here comes the short strat. I don't know how to do it. I don't even know if I ever do it. Here. There's a dinosaur. Absolutely going. You love to see cow being a meta for a speedrun. I know some characters just have like unique stats in their weight class that make them either be a little heavier, maybe have a little better handling, maybe slightly faster acceleration or something. Oh my gosh, I absolutely go flying there. We ran into that foot. This is pretty darn slow, but still not as slow as the next run technically, but that's for other reasons, as we'll see. But we're doing this one as decent as can be. Here we go to the finish. Welcome to Great Question Block Ruins. This is not an easy run. This is one of those runs where I think about when someone mention a difficult time trial, I'll think of this one. Because man, the strats go crazy on the second half. I mean, hey, at least I do this little shortcut here, alright? I'm capable of doing something. A little shortcut anyway. We go up here to get on the chain. The world record veers to the left there where those cones go, and you just go flying and get a couple clips. It's crazy. It'd be really fun to learn how to do those. I don't even get a trick there. I should mention my... I'm not mentioning the times. What am I doing, guys? My PB that I get here is a 2 minute 24 seconds, 0.670. And the world record is a 2 minute 5 seconds, 0.857. This is a whopping 19-second gap. This might be my worst run time-wise. I could be wrong. But yeah, this one's a hard one. Very intimidating run. I may be capable. I just haven't, like, truly gone for it. I'm just going for beating the staff ghost behind me, guys. In due time. Yeah, Nintendo really advertised this one a lot when promoting this game. Quite a beautiful track. You definitely get DK vibes. I almost don't make it on the rail there. Yeah, I think you just do the super lightweight combination in order to get that airtime, man. It could be for other reasons too. A lot of tricking, mini turbos, that kind of thing. And I get the trick there. We glide through the clouds to the finish. Welcome to Cheep Falls, also the Leaf Cup. My PB that I get here is a 2 minute 15 seconds, 0.994. The world record is a 2 minute 5 seconds, 0.738. About a 10-second gap. Pretty standard, mediocre. I think I'm doing the world record combination here though, of Bowser and the real racer kart. Pretty mediocre movement here. You're not supposed to drift there. Cut that corner as tight as you can with the mushroom. I was watching Shortcat and TWD98 do this corner cut under that little awning there. That little shaded part building. Some may think it's out of bounds, but not quite. You can go there. World record takes this second turn really tight to get a little wall ride to get on a rail up there, I think. Crazy strats, man. I think I go a little faster there because I get off the water a bit. That's interesting. Yeah, water kind of slows you down, you know? It's not the most fun because of that, but we work with it. Yeah, it's like to the right here. You see where those boxes are. You can mushroom straight through those. Not so sure if it's faster than the current cut that I'm doing with my rush mushrooms in this run. But it's there. In case you need it during a race, especially. You know, the final corner. You got a mushroom. You're trying to get first place or a better spot. We're getting a little wide drift there. Little tight cut. And we go too far to the right there. Oh man. Here we are on Dandelion Depths. My PB is a 2 minute 33 seconds, 0.984. World record does a 2 minute 22 seconds, 0.097. I believe this is my worst track out of this cup, time trial wise at the moment. It's a little 11-second gap actually. That's pretty good, considering I've definitely had worse. This is a decent little track. Nothing too exciting about it to me, anyway. It's all good. There's people that love it. I personally feel about it. I've definitely found my tracks, though, that I want to improve on. Like, more seriously, anyway. You'll find one that I actually did some pretty serious stuff on. At the very end, actually. You'll find out which one that is. But we're going here. Trying to take it tight. We're not as good as the world record, but we try. A little bit. For doing it like first or second try or something. I don't know how many tries this one took. Definitely not that many that I remember. This track gives me mad Sonic colors. You know, Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic colors, Planet Wisp vibes. Or if you're a Mario fan, if you think about Super Mario Odyssey, why can I not remember which place in Super Mario Odyssey that I'm thinking of? You know which one I'm talking about when you look at this track with the red and the greenery. Water has definitely become more important in this game than what was advertised for this game. Like, people were talking about the grinding, the wall riding, which are very important. But there is definitely some water in this game too. You can't just skip out on the water. We have arrived to Boo Cinema. My PB is a 2 minute 16 seconds, 0.597. And the world record is a 2 minute 7 seconds, 0.404. This is actually my best time gap anyway out of the cup. It's about 9 seconds. We'll take it. Gotta love the music on this one. This one showed up in like trailers and gameplay and whatnot, people were definitely intrigued. It's quite a beautiful little track. It's just Boo's and surprised or in shock Princess Peach face on the reels there. Crazy. And we're playing as the cow, of course, because we can. I forget which character does the world record on this one. It's not Cow, sadly. But it's a heavyweight character, I'm pretty sure. I think those reels rotate. I think that's why you don't want to go on the inside. I could be wrong. Probably just an optical illusion. It's probably just all in my head. You can get some tricks here, which I don't quite do. I tried there. But yeah, this is the mushroom spot. I do it very mediocrely, as your average player would on week 1 of playing Mario Kart World. We're going. We do a little too tight and almost fall off, but bump into the Princess Peach reel. You know, I thought about trying to land on those railings, those guardrails, but I'm pretty sure you can't ride those. If so, those do not look very rideable. Okay, here we are on Dry Bones Burnout. My time here is a 2 minute 21 seconds, 0.204. The world record is a 2 minute 11 seconds, .434. A little 10-second gap. Pretty standard. We're using the Pianta here, giving him some love. Could have used the cow, I think, but nope, here we are. All good. I'm not being a pro gamer there and falling off the top path. It's whatever. We move on. We're just trying to beat a little staff ghost here. And you do the little mushroom cut across the lava. It's nice that you can get on the lava. It's nice that they have sections actually in this game where you basically can die in, you know, like what is basically what feels like quicksand, but you can actually drive across it with something like, say, a mushroom. Nice little mechanic that they added. Instead of just having like, okay, this is something you cannot touch or else you die. Slightly precise, nothing too difficult here. When it comes to like landing on that railing, flinging yourself off it. There's this part which I have not really figured out. I do something there. I don't remember how World Record does it, but it's definitely faster. Also, this start here is a lot of fun. Getting this wall right in. I don't know how well I do it. Probably pretty mediocrely. It's all good. We do it anyway, though. We copy the world record. That's what we're doing here. To the best of our ability, anyway. I kind of like the music on this one. Pretty cool. I sure do remember running this one, though. It's one of those ones that kind of stands out. Yeah, here we are giving some Pianta love. Here we are on the old famous Moo Moo Meadows, guys. Using the cow. So my PB here is a 2 minute 11 seconds, .994. The world record is a 1 minute 59 seconds, .998. Very cool sub 2. So this is actually my almost most recent one. We try and go for that little cut there that has since showed up in the world records recently. At least the most recent one that I've watched, which is the sub 2 minute. Here we are not knowing how to drive Moo Moo Meadows super well. Very different on a kart here in this game as compared to on the Wii. You don't get to cut off the track as much as you get to do actually here in this game, which I never thought was possible, but here we are. Yeah, you try and land on that yellow fence and hop off of it. It's wild. Or for even better, you get I think you get a little tree clip. Here we are playing with the grass, touching grass. We're touching too much grass, guys. Not good. Getting a little double mini turbo. Final lap. Cow is crushing it on the Bowser Bruiser is what I think this vehicle is called. What a funny name. And we missed the charge jump here, so we just do the cut like you would on the Wii. Do the moles jump out at the same time? I'm just curious. I kind of want to know now. Anyways, we're at the end of Moo Moo Meadow, looking at the cows. We do a little silly ending. It's time for some Choco Mountain. I was about to say Choco Mountain. So my PB here is a 2 minute 21 seconds, 0.203. The world record is a 2 minute 8 seconds, 0.053. 0.054, sorry. I like this one, especially the music. Oh man. Definitely, I think this is my favorite soundtrack so far, almost up there with like Rainbow Road for this game too. I don't know, this one's so good though. Very memorable. I haven't played too much Choco Mountain before. But it's definitely a good one that people talk about. Its adaptation in this game looks pretty crazy. The off-roading goes pretty wild. Like, is this just like chocolate? I'm just curious. Are these things just spewing out chocolate? I'm thinking about it now. What the heck? Kinda gross, man. Or is it mud? I feel like I'd almost be more grossed out if it was chocolate as opposed to mud. I don't know why. We're flying along though. This is a fun little one. My gap is like 13 seconds from the world record, so I'm not in much contention here, but if I can learn how to do this, not this section, like this is like kind of easy. But it's after this one turn up ahead here where you go for the extra little, you're like still drifting when you go off that ramp there to trick. And I'm running into the charging truck. You love to see it. We move on though because we're still beating the staff ghost. Around the final bend, a little bump into the wall, but it doesn't slow you down too much, so it's all good. Honk. I haven't mentioned it, guys, but we are deep into the Lightning Cup now, so that's cool. Here we are on Toad's Factory, a classic. My PB is 2 minutes and 4 seconds, 0.674. The world record is a 1 minute 54 seconds, 0.207. This is probably some say the most boring, but probably actually one of the easier ones. Although I've definitely had easier tracks that I am able to get closer to the world record on. But here we are on the classic course here from the Wii. We run into the mud there. We're on the baby blooper actually, which is an interesting choice. I guess it's important to have that handling for the tight turns in this not so rectangular track. It sure looks like it for 3/4 of it. More than that. But they just gotta throw in this little factory turnaround section, you know? That's what makes this one so iconic. There it is. And you know, this flying cut has been replaced by mud from the Wii version. It's all about the mud. I don't think you sink into it though. Don't get crushed. Go, go, go. I don't know what that ball is rolling in there. What are those? Those are something. This is a factory that creates toads, actually, believe it or not, guys. This is how toads are made. Lots of mud riding. By the way, I should mention how Toad's Factory just before this one was my best performing one out of this Lightning Cup with like a 10-second gap. But now here we are on Bowser's Castle with Bowser Jr. on the real racer. My PB here is a 2 minute 35 seconds, 0.512. And the world record is a 2 minute 19 seconds, 0.738. A whopping 16-second gap. The run here goes pretty crazy with the shortcut at like the basically not the first or second. I think it might technically be the third corner. Who counts turns in these games, man? People don't really talk about it too much. But here we are, trying not to fly off course on this absolutely flying track. Bowser's Castle went pretty nuts here. Very reminiscent of the one on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, at least at this part. So it's like, okay, it's basically that one. I don't know how it like reminisces other ones though. I'd be interested to know that. Like if this section really reminisces it at all. Here we are riding through Bowser's mouth. The little cut there. Very high speed section here. It goes pretty nuts. Lightning. This is why it's called the Lightning Cup. They literally put lightning here. Going nuts. So slow when you slow down. Go, 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 Bowser Jr. I think there's another character I'd prefer to use that fits Bowser Jr.'s stats or weight class. I could be wrong. I'll see in future runs though that I do on this track. This one's definitely difficult. This one's one of those that I'll definitely dread playing for the moment. Oh, I almost fly off there. Crazy. Like bonk into that barrier. But here we are at the finish. Ladies and gentlemen, we have ascended to the Special Cup. We are on Acorn Heights. My time here is a 2 minute 3 seconds, 0.332. The world record is a 2 minute flat, 0.388. This is by far my closest run to the world record yet. I actually put some effort into this one just because my friend Fault challenged me to this course. So here we are. Going for a good time here. Really trying to mimic world record here. Who uses a different character, I'm pretty sure. But here I am using Baby Peach because we can. You might be able to get a little hop in there. I could be wrong. Yes, this is quite a fun little run. I went on this for probably about an hour. A lot of fun. Still definitely am not mastering the mechanics, but I'm definitely capable of some things here. Like I don't know how they get the double trick there. If it's just like a spam thing. I think I get a double mini turbo there, which is very good. These little rail switches are definitely run killers right there. Gotta land there without falling off. Yeah, just enjoying my best run here, guys, so far. This one will definitely be the hardest to improve. We will see about it. Definitely enjoying this run, though. I know this is Enmead's favorite track, giving Maple Treeway vibes. Lots of fun. We actually got the coin there, and off we go into the finish. Alright, time for some Mario Circuit. My time here is a 1 minute 11 seconds, 0.390, and world record is a 1 minute 4 seconds, 0.725. Little 7-second standard gap. Pretty decent. Pretty okay. Nothing crazy though. Except this is definitely the shortest one, so that's actually kind of a big gap. And I was kind of overwhelmed by the amount of shortcuts that you go for on this one. I by far do not have this track memorized, so this one would really just take some constant running, getting used to, figuring out the strats, as it is with all of them really, but more so on that one. I'm surprised I was able to get that little shortcut in at least, to prove that I knew about something going into this run, because I watched basically all of the world record runs before jumping into the time trial myself. We decided to mushroom there. I don't know if the record does it or not, but there we go. Alright, here we go on Peach Stadium, guys. This one was actually in the Shell Cup, but we were holding it off until now. This is my most recent one. I'm decently proud of it, you know? Not too difficult of a run, in basic terms anyway. But of course, there's so much optimization you go for. Like a bunch of little tricks where you actually go on the inside of the edge, basically almost off the edge of the track. And you go for a little trick. It's wild. I don't know if record even goes for an ultra mini turbo there. I'm pretty sure not for some reason, but I'm going for it anyway because I feel like it. We're just beating the staff ghost, guys, but I am trying to copy the world record strats here, where you do a little charge jump, get on the rail, do a couple hops, hop off. Copying the record here, going for an ultra mini turbo. You hit these boost panels. Absolutely hit it. This is the only run that uses this royal vehicle, by the way. I don't know what it's called, Royal Speedster or something. Probably not that. Yeah, I'm surprised this world record does not go for that little feather. Well, it's a feather shortcut. I just mentioned in my out loud why people don't go for it, because that's technically a feather shortcut, I'm pretty sure. At least I think you are not able to do it with mushrooms. I could be wrong. But yeah, there it is. We go for this little nice tight grass cut here instead. It definitely seems to be working. Into the grass, touching too much grass. Royal Motors on the right there. Getting Royal Raceway vibes at all? I don't know. This feels a little more reminiscent of Mario Bros. Circuit, to be honest. This is Peach's version. But here we are going around the last bend here. We're almost to the end, guys. Welcome to Rainbow Road, guys. My PB here is a 4 minute 15 seconds, .445. The world record is a 4 minute and 2 seconds, .291. My technically worst biggest gap of 13 seconds, but considering it's Rainbow Road and it's 4 minutes long, it's definitely, the 13 seconds is definitely not as bad as it would be on other tracks. So here we are. We are on the B Dasher, as the world record uses. You love to see it. But I just couldn't resist using Rosalina here for my little time trial here. I've done this one a couple times just for pure fun. I really like the music going into the final lap. Again, little tricks. World record goes for the right route here. It's all good. I almost thought about drifting. I didn't. I'm getting deja vu here. Go for that. Getting ultra deja vu here. Into the water section here. I literally feel like I've been in this place before, guys. I don't know what's going on. So this is a little mushroom spot. We're going for it. No drifting here, by the way. Look at the toad train. Look at the train going. Dropping us coins. In this high-speed section. Here we are doing a little path switch. Very cool and easy. And faster. We're going into this darker section. That's funny, you can actually see how I looked around when doing this run. I did that. I did not just do that on my controller, guys. Trust me, my hands were off. And it was doing that. That's interesting. I wonder if I touch my controller now if it'll do it. No, it won't. Wow. Interesting. Okay. You just do a full speedrun in reverse just to brag to people. That'd be... just to show off, that'd be funny. We're going, guys. Final lap. We missed the second star ring. All good. The train is waving us in. What a crazy little track Rainbow Road is. I don't know how many references this Rainbow Road makes to previous ones, but it's new, it's here. It's a good one. Not the longest one by any means, I think. But we are here for it. So I used up all my rut mushrooms. The first one should have been used here instead. It's all good. We'll definitely do that in the future. I'll figure out how to do this first one. Shroomless. Definitely some potential for improvement. It'd be nice to sub 410. We will see. Thanks for watching, guys.